You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Engage.
78 years have passed since the days of the original USS Enterprise. Now a new Galaxy class starship has been designed.
Transporter Chief, beam our listeners aboard. Welcome to Galaxy Class, a Star Trek The Next Generation podcast on BQN. I am your host, Councillor Amy. I am your host, Joe Keegan, who is today the head of the chief composer. Yes, because like TNG had all that classical music, and that is what I am doing, and I'm very excited about it. Joined with me also today is Councillor Amy Nelson and Diplomatic Standard Bearer Kevin Scarf. How are you guys today? Fight amongst yourself about who goes first.
Well, hello there, Joe.
Hi.
I'm not fighting with Amy. She'd take me down.
Oh, totally, yes, you would. Yeah, you're too polite. You're Canadian.
That's true. I'm doing good.
Joe, you will be going down on our Trexperts quiz.
Oh, that's not a euphemism. Yes, we're doing the Trexperts quiz later on in like 3.5 hours. Yeah, that's not going to go very well.
What are you?
I foresee
kidding?
a final score of 0-0. Can we talk a little bit about the intro to the show?
Okay.
Sure.
Where he said, the guy, whoever he is, I think it must have been a promo in the 1980s.
Picard.
The
The guy, yeah.
That guy. He says a new galaxy starship.
Yes.
What's a new galaxy starship? I don't know what that is.
The D.
I know, but it's a galaxy class starship. The class is
Oh.
missing, and it rips my knitting every week. Oh. Which is a Scottish
You just
phrase
have
for
to
being
skip ahead 30 seconds and you won't even have to listen to it.
true. I might just edit it and put myself saying class. So yes. So everything okay? We're now in November. We are 50 something days to Christmas.
Yep. We are.
Kevin knows.
Thanksgiving.
We are
Yeah.
because I got to put my Santa suit on tomorrow for the first time.
I might have seen an image of you.
That was an old image.
Oh, was it? I thought we weren't supposed to see Santa until we weren't supposed to see Santa at all, were
You
we?
see my new glasses that I bought.
Yes.
Just to complete my image, I thought it would be nice to have actual prescription lenses in a pair of gold-rimmed Santa glasses. So I went and Zenny.com is the best for buying glasses.
I might like
Do-
it.
You guys don't wear you guys wear contacts, don't you?
I do.
I don't wear glasses. I have like 40/20 vision. The optician told me when I last got my eyes tested.
Well, this website sells glasses super cheap, and if they were a sponsor, I would be all over talking about them. But even if they're not, they're great. Like prescription glasses for under $30. That's pretty amazing because you go to a glasses store and things are hundreds of dollars for no real reason. So
my mum and dad normally buy glasses at the supermarket, just at the glasses, and they pick their prescription. And it's like they're not designer; they're just like cheap plastic.
Oh, they're like
glasses
they're readers.
That's all they really need, and it's like maybe £1 a pair, $1 for a pair of glasses, because they're going to lose them the next week, guaranteed. So,
well, as long as you know your prescription, this website is really great, and
nice.
I might end up buying lots of glasses for all my various moods.
Oh.
Also on a Christmas theme, we are doing the Christmas panto in school for the first time since COVID. We're doing Cinderella, and I always open it up with a big drag performance, which is very inappropriate and hugely fun. But I decided I'm going to be Mariah Carey this year, and I'm going to wear a wee mini dress and a big red fur coat. It's going to be hilarious.
Are you
I
going to
cannot wait to
beard?
see the pictures.
Well, that's the thing. I might have to actually. Or the hair and makeup students might want to just glitter my beard up. So
that would work too.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
I don't think it would kill you to shave. It's been a while.
It has been, yeah, but I've kind of got used to it now.
Yeah.
It's part of my gravitas. If I stroke my beard thusly,
Well, and you did say after I made the comment about Beverly's bet with the boys to shave their beards, you're like, I will never shave my beard. I was like, oh.
No. Sometimes I kind of waver, and sometimes I think I should just shave it because it's annoying me. It's a bit scraggly sometimes. And I only ever look good after I've been to the barbers for like a day, and then it goes back to being scraggly again. So I'll see. I might shave it off for Christmas. I don't know. Let's check the communication array to see if we have any comments from our listeners.
Logs accessed.
Oh, the logs are empty. Did somebody delete the logs? Have we been hacked?
Maybe there's some subspace delays,
or
it's because of that relay station that was destroyed.
Oh, yes.
And Prodigy, isn't it? All our logs were in there. All our feedback.
Maybe it was destroyed by the crystalline entity.
Maybe, or lower, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Didn't
Sorry, guys,
want us
if you
to have
sent
our
us
data.
feedback. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I know you'd all kind of voraciously typed for hours to feedback on all our wonderful episodes. And we were going to studiously read out your feedback and comment on it. But it's gone. It's just kapoof away.
Yeah.
It's drifting in subspace until the death of the universe. Sad. We should take a minute just to grieve for the lost feedback. No, don't say anything, Kevin. We're taking a minute. Amy, don't laugh. This isn't funny.
I'm sorry.
Very inappropriate. We're having a memorial. Our listeners are important to us, Amy.
They are.
I know, and
you realize this episode will be released on Remembrance Day, so this isn't.
This is why you have Remembrance
This isn't
Day.
sacrilegious at all.
Okay, I feel a bit inappropriate now. Anyway, let's quickly move on.
This is the captain. Senior officers will report to my ready room immediately.
Oh, Captain Picard sounds serious, and the music sounds a bit ominous. So, listeners, we're going to continue our character profile series, and we're going to cover a whole series, a whole swathe of characters, and look at the Soong Dynasty. And I think it was Amy's idea to call it a dynasty, but all I think about is like the soaps from America that my mum used to watch when we were wee, like Dallas and G.R. Ewing and Alexis Carrington, Crystal Colby. Was that the people? Did I get them right?
Yes.
I only know Dallas. The spin-offs I didn't watch, but those names sound really familiar.
Yes. I don't know if
wasn't Crystal Carrington as well? Wasn't she his second wife?
I'm not sure. Joan Collins was in it, wasn't she?
Yes, she was Alexis.
Alexis, yes. Oh, the memories coming back. There's a bit, I don't know if you were on this stretch of highway in Glasgow when you were over last year. Was that last year or this year?
No,
this year.
It was a few months ago.
It was only a few months ago. Time flies when Amy's not here. There's a section of highway as you come off the main highway and you're going into the city centre in Glasgow, and it's kind of a bit of a flyover, and you curve round and there's lots of big glass and steel high-rise buildings. High-rise for Glasgow, not high-rise for America. They're all very low down over here. But I always hum the Dallas theme tune because it feels like I'm kind of flying into Dallas. Anyway, it's a complete sideways maneuver there. Let's crack on and talk about the father of our beloved androids and talk about Dr. Noonien Soong. When I mention that name, what are your initial thoughts? What springs to mind when I say that? Kevin?
I just think of him as a crotchety old man who didn't really seem to care about anything or anybody except himself. He did create data, which we have to thank him for, but I don't think he had that many redeeming qualities. I don't think he's a person I'd want to spend that much time with.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. I mean, yes, he created data and everything from that. But man, like what we see with his relationship with Lore, with his relationship with his wife, Julianne, his so-called relationship with his son. Is it Alton? Adam? Which one is his? Adam. No, wait. Eric.
No, Alton is
Alton. Thank you. Not only are they all Soons, but now they're like vowel names. Eric, Alton. Okay. Because with his wife leaving him and sort of his descendants, and he's known as like often wrong soon, like he's got some issues going on there. And in my research, there's some mad scientists, some unstableness, and I'm wondering if that's starting with this mad scientist idea of Dr. Noonan Soong.
Can I counter what you're saying? I think all scientists, if they're like real geniuses, are can be a bit impersonal, can be a bit crazy. Again, maybe get if he was that just focused on his work, why his wife maybe left him. The often wrong Soong comment by Lore, I just took as Lore being just a bit mean. I don't know if there's any evidence to suggest that he was wrong a lot of the time.
Well, Lore was saying that the colonists called him that as well.
Okay.
But I mean, at the time, Lore was the third, so he had been wrong twice before.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm okay with that as a scientist.
Yeah.
Science is fine to be wrong. The quest of knowledge and understanding about the universe is you're going to be wrong a lot of the time, but the more you gather evidence, the better your understanding of things is. Crotchety old man, what age is he?
Well,
He
in
looks
Brothers, when he dies, he is 99.
Yeah, do you know what? I think if you got to 99 years old and you've seen your colony wiped out and you're just a bit of a mad scientist, as you put it, you might be a bit curmudgeonly, possibly.
Agreed. And really, the older I get, the less I care about what other people think. So I'm on my way to being a crotchety old woman because I'm just not caring about what you think.
On your way. Okay.
Yeah, on top of that, he really did have some emotional, I don't know if you call them issues, but I mean, he loved Juliana so much that he couldn't bear to be apart from her and made an android duplicate who he didn't even tell was an android, you know? So, I mean, he's got some, I don't know if that's romantic or a mental health issue.
I want to see it as a bit romantic. Yeah, he couldn't bear to live without her. So he just created an android. And the android, from all accounts, like had a very good life. Also, in his defense, he put that homing device in Data and Lore so he could call them back.
True.
So there was some he did have kind of a fatherly instinct. Why did he call them back?
Because he was dying and he wanted to give Data the emotion chip before he died and to say goodbye to his sons. So I'm wondering if all of the androids have a homing beacon. And maybe before couldn't come back because he was spread apart over on near the
it was before. Before wasn't a Soong creation.
Yes.
Before was he?
Yeah, Noonan.
Was he not a Romulan? Was he not a kind of a Riemann kind of copy, and that's why he wasn't very good?
No,
was he?
He was an early prototype.
He was before Lore.
Oh, okay.
He's either 1 or 2. I'm thinking 2.
Okay, and so
or
there's
3
one
maybe.
Soong prototype 1's out there somewhere.
Yeah.
If before is a bit simple, then 1's maybe just a bit of a toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mini. Interesting.
So I did find a little bit of trivia.
We like trivia.
Yeah. Yes. Hopefully this will be asked. So Dr. Noonien Soong was named after Kim Noonien Soong, whom Gene Roddenberry had known from his service in World War II.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Can we talk about the Noonien Soong name? I kind of get confused. Well, not really. I know the difference. Noonien Soong and Noonien Singh.
Yeah.
Like you've got the Khan that augments the genetically modified people, and then you've got all the androids. And then to confuse it even more, you've got Brent Spiner playing like the father of the augments in Enterprise. And I was like, is he supposed to be like a kind of Khan ancestor? Or no, a Khan like person after? Like, so there was Khan originally, and then later on you had Brent Spiner's character in Enterprise, and then later on you had Noonien Soong, doctor guy who created Data. Was that an intentional kind of name flow?
So way before Noonien Soong, we have Eric Soong, spelled Arik, and it was his research that created the Khan type humans.
But we have to assume that was based on Adam Soong's work that we saw in Picard season 2, right?
So because Adam comes after, right?
Not in the timeline.
So that's where I get confused. So if we're using Data as 0, okay. So then we would have negative numbers. Oh, here we go. Amy's math. Negative numbers representing his father, and obviously Dr. Eric Soong, who created Khan. But then on the positive side, the descendants and we see Adam Soong in Picard, right?
So Adam Soong is from the year 2024, right?
Oh.
He was the one who was genetically making daughters. So he comes before Eric.
Oh, right. Because we're back in time.
Yeah.
That was what I was missing. Okay.
Are you having to flip your number line back to front?
Yeah, no, we're good. I just didn't know if Adam was a positive or a negative.
Adam Soong is from like around 2024.
Right.
And then Eric Soong is from like the 2150s.
Uh-huh.
And then we jump to Noonien Soong, who's in the 2380s.
Yes.
And then we go to the descendants, Elton, who's like in the 2390s, 2400.
Yeah. Okay,
there
so they're all
go.
the same kind of group.
It doesn't help that they all look exactly the same.
The name, the Sing Soong, is where the confusion arises for me.
Big time.
Yeah.
And because people just say the same.
What are the diagrams called? You get the timeline flow diagrams,
like a family tree.
No, yes, I suppose you could use it for a family tree. It's a special type of chart. No, it's not a flow chart. Listeners, I am gesticulating currently, drawing kind of curvy lines with branches off them.
Oh, like a logic tree. A logic tree.
A
flow chart.
No. I don't know. My boss told me, and I was like, I've never heard of that name. But I suppose you could draw all the things on the same kind of family tree, even though some of them are kind of human, some of them are kind of genetically engineered creations. It's not necessarily biologically related. Interesting. So I think that really covers the discussion of the father of our data and lores, Dr. Noonien Soong. There was one last little bit of trivia that in the script for Data Lore and Measure of a Man, Noonien is spelt with an E, and in Brothers, Matter of Time, Birthright and Inheritance is spelt with an A. Noonien as opposed to Noonien. Interesting. Next person we're going to talk about is Juliana Soong, who we never get to meet. but we do get to meet her, the android version, Juliana Taylor, in the episode
Inheritance.
Inheritance. That's right, Amy. Thank you. Again, what do we think about Juliana Taylor?
She seems lovely. She also seems to know, like, from the stories we get about her, she knows when it's time to go, and sometimes she can't convince her husband of that. So I think she's a smart person who loves her family, but also knows when things have to be shut down.
Yeah, I would say she is sort of the opposite of Noonien Soong. And to your point, Joe, like if Noonien is just so focused on his work and this logical scientist, she's the opposite. She's the yin to his yang of being this emotional, caring, these androids, she treats them as her own children because she has so much love to give, probably because she can't, give and receive from Noonien. So she, goes to the children, but she just seems so lovely and wonderful and sweet and innocent and just wouldn't harm a fly. I really like her. And I like that she is the one responsible for, having Data have hobbies and create and this artistic side. And so I give her a lot of credit.
I think all the credit goes down to the actress that played her. I think as the best choice, if they wanted to convey the idea that she was very maternal, you knew that she was the matriarch of the household almost. Dad was just away doing his cyberneticist thing, and she was looking after everybody. Juliana looks like she makes the best apple pie. Like, I can almost taste it. It's that good. Like proper American apple pie, because I think that's maybe the only type of apple pie. I mean, everywhere has its variations, but like proper apple pie you see in the movies that you can taste through the screen. Yeah, I think that's Juliana Taylor. Did we know who played Juliana?
Yes, she was played by Fionnuala Flanagan.
Yes.
Fionnuala Flanagan. What an awesome Irish-sounding name.
Right?
Was she Irish? Kevin,
yes, she was born in Dublin.
Nice. Not that far away from me. Cool. What else do we know about Juliana Taylor?
Well, I think she is the proper stepping stone to get to Picard's Golem, because her android body was enhanced so much. Like, from initial scans, they didn't know that she was an android.
That's such a good point. Yeah, she had like capillaries and she had like pores and she had sweat glands and she had everything that you'd expect to be a human would have. Interesting. Just a wee point about the synths, what Picard's body ends up. That is not an android in any shape or form. It's just a synthetic human. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of confusion flying around about what is Picard now. If you were to like cut him open, would you find like pistons and like a wee steam engine, or would you find heart and liver and?
No, I think you're finding both. I think Juliana Taylor, like she's that stepping stone, so she's mimicking aging. Yeah, she's got these skin and veins and now put that in the future to get the Golem. I think it will be blood and skin and android mechanical parts,
like completely indistinguishable from human, but it's just been artificially created. That is my understanding. I don't think there's any electronics or any fancy quantum blurbers or, I don't know, positronic neural networks. I think it's all just flesh for Picard, is my instinct.
There has to be some mechanics, because what is the positronic, like where are the chips that's creating the networks?
I don't know. I don't think there is. I think they've just made a brain, like 3D printed a human. when we all get really old, we'll be able to 3D print ourselves new bodies. That'd be awesome. Younger versions of ourselves. We also know that the human version of Juliana Soong was a geologist. So she was a scientist. But apart from that, we don't really know much about anything else in terms of her work. Like we know, was she invested in geology that much? Was she going away on long hikes to collect rocks? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so, because although, yeah, we know she's a geologist, but then after she leaves Noonien, she, remarries. That's how she gets Tainer. But then she becomes Tainer's assistant, and he is doing not geologist work. Oh, I forgot what he was doing. But like, she becomes his assistant. So it's like, it doesn't seem like geology is really her passion. It was just something she did. And plus, with all of her experience of, working with Noonien and those androids, maybe, I think he's a cyber. Oh, I forget. I'm so sorry.
Geology is a bit niche, isn't it, though? You don't just do it as like a wee side job. Like, do you think she maybe went to university somewhere to study geology based on a high school science lesson that she had when they looked at different types of rocks? Then she went to uni and it was all just numbers and boring lectures, and thought, nah, geology is not really for me.
Well, and keep in mind that she met Noonien very, very young. So she maybe got her degree and then went off and got her MRS degree. Get it? Mrs. degree. And then, basically drops all of her studies. I think that looks plausible.
Listeners, I would like to apologise for Amy Nilsson's dad joke. Are we allowed to do that, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's fun.
MRS degree. I was like, oh, MRS, I've not heard of that. I've heard of an M-Sky and a doctorate and a PhD, but not an MRS. Funny, Amy. I'm laughing at that joke. That's inappropriate. Yeah, I didn't realise that they were so much younger, Juliana and Noonien. So when we see her, or the android version at least, she looks like she's maybe in her late 60s, early 70s, and he was 99 when previously saw him, so it's at least a 20-30 year age gap with them.
See, and I think that makes Noonien look worse and crazier and weirder. And weirder. And why did they have to run a parallel story with Girardi and Maddox with that, she being so much younger than Maddox? Like, it's just a weird, creepy vibe that I think Star Trek could have done better, and they should have done better.
Yeah, I don't get much of the whole Maddox Girardi thing in Picard. I think was it a misstep? I just didn't buy into it at all. And the whole Maddox being a completely different person, like nothing like the original. Your hair doesn't just randomly turn curly at a certain point in your life.
So here's a point. Juliana is not the mother of Alton Inigo Soong. She's his stepmother. So Soong had relations with somebody else. We don't know who Alton's mother is. So that leads me to the question: is Alton younger or older than Data? Was Alton around first before the androids got built? Because she does consider the androids to be like her sons. So I just want to know, it's just a very strange family dynamic.
Well, unless Kevin, and when you were talking, I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. But after Juliana left Noonien, maybe that's when
Alton was born?
Alton was born. Because it's definitely, you're right. Oh, no. So if Juliana is his stepmother, then that means he had to have been around when they were married.
Yes.
So he had to have come before.
We don't ever meet Alton, do we?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. In Picard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I don't remember it.
Yeah.
That's
So
a PNG
after
podcast.
the Mars attack, we get Alton with Bruce Maddox. They go and they create their lab on that
okay.
Coppelius, even though there's the synth ban. So they're in exile, continuing their work.
There's never any mention of a biological son during the run of Next Generation.
No.
Which is why it's difficult to remember. So he is played by human Brent Spiner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, I recall him now. Very good. I think we've really covered, or we started to cover Alton there.
And it was Alton who then perfected the golem.
Yes.
Planning
to use it for himself, but Picard
Right.
not at first.
Yes.
But apparently he can only build one. Like, why can't he just make another one?
Storyline? No. Production budget? Who knows? Interestingly, in Discovery, I'm pretending that I'm like, oh, did you know? I'm reading it from the script that Amy's put together. Dr. Culber used the Soong method to create a new body for Gray.
Yes, he did.
The Discovery episode Anomaly.
And they said that method hadn't been used in almost 1,000 years. So
why
Anomaly and Choose to Live.
And Choose to Live. Why wouldn't you use a new, more good method?
Well, okay. So in my research, so Culber does use the Soong method, but then also the Trill method. So he's combining, and so it's I just included it as a little trivia because no,
it's good. It sounds like a sex ed class though. You're like, no, we're going to use the Soong method, then we'll move to the
I don't want to know what the Soong method is.
I know.
Well, I was going along with sort of like witches creating a cauldron, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a dash of Soong and a
smidge of Trill.
Yeah.
Yes. Salt and pepper to season. Nice. Let's talk about B4.
Okay, let's talk about Nemesis.
Yes, so B4 came before Data or after?
Before Data and before Lore.
Is that why it's called B4?
Yes. Wow. Now in my research, Lore was the fourth, and it really should have been B4 was the fourth android that Noonian created. So I'm not happy with that.
But it's before as in not after?
No, I get the punny, but I'm just saying it would have been punnier if he was the fourth android.
So B4 wasn't very advanced. It wasn't like Data or Lore. He was a bit simplistic. Even when Data copied all of his engrams across, they didn't quite take. Although there's maybe at the very end of Nemesis, we see before hum Blue Skies.
Blue Skies, yeah.
Blue Skies. Yeah, and then we found before in Picard, didn't he? He was kept in a drawer in that IKEA showroom. It was the Daystrom Institute in Japan.
Yes. So I really like B4 because, again, we're getting the stepping stones to Lore and Data. And I just think, the writers did such a good job in building this world of androids. So I think B4 plays a very important part, not only because I love Nemesis and that he is, that Data gets to act off of. I just like his simplistic, when Shinzon's like, leave. Where should I go? Out of my sight. Like, he's just so sweet and innocent.
Yeah.
But you kind of want him to be more than he actually is, don't you?
Yeah.
But especially towards the end when Data's dead and there's maybe a hope that they're going to be able to use the Data's memories to bring back Data. But it just gets dismantled and put in a drawer.
That was like one of the reasons why I just fell in love with Nemesis. That hope springs eternal. Like, when he sings Blue Skies, you're like, oh, we might get Data back, or something similar. No, that hope was strong in Nemesis for me.
I've just had a thought.
Uh-oh.
Do you think now Lore's in Picard season 3? Do we still have before still in the drawer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they take Data's engrams out of before and put them in Lore? Do you think they format Lore and put Data in, and we get Data back at the end of Picard season 3? And then, do you think?
No.
Why?
No.
Isn't Lore dead, gone?
No.
No, Lore is Lore not in
never
Picard season 3?
He is.
So.
Oh.
We still got before, and we've got before. We still got all of Data's memories, and we've got Lore, and we don't like him. So might just format him.
I think it would diminish Data's sacrifice both in Nemesis and in Picard season 1. Like Data willingly sort of shuts himself down so Picard can live, and I don't want to diminish that.
I don't know if there's been a lot of years since, so it's still been a sacrifice for a couple of decades now. Yeah, if they'd brought him back by the end of Nemesis, then fine, it diminishes the sacrifice. But if when was Nemesis out? 2002?
Something like that.
Sure.
2002. Yeah. Yeah, it's been 20 years since Nemesis, so bringing a long dead loved one back doesn't diminish their initial sacrifice. So I'm like cheering on formatting Lore. It's a fat 32 partition and bringing back Data.
So with Lore, do you mind if we move on?
Yeah, please.
Because okay. How many times does Lore die? Right? Because his dad or Noonian breaks him down into components, right? And the Enterprise finds him.
So in Data Lore, Wesley beams him out into space, and Wesley says, "Oh, don't worry, he's not coming back," which kind of gives you the impression that he just left him kind of particleized, kind of as energy floating out in space. But then in Family, did a passing spaceship not find his body floating in space?
Yeah, a Pakled ship picked him up after 2 years. And then that's where he calls the crystalline entity to come and destroy the colonists, because the colonists were afraid of Lore because he was so superior, and they were envious, but they were really scared because he's not emotionally stable. And that's Data Lore, that episode, right? And then at the end of that one, that's when he gets... No, wait.
Yeah, the end of Data Lore, he gets... that's when they have Wesley, Dr. Crusher, Data, and Lore in the cargo bay.
And they push him out into space.
No, Data throws him over his head and onto the cargo transporter, and Wesley quickly beams him out.
Into space?
Yes.
Okay,
and
so
then after some time, the Packlids find him, I assume.
Okay, so that was just a complete circle. So that can't be. So how do we get to find him in Data Lore?
So Wesley beamed him out into space.
No.
Oh, no.
That's the end of Data Lore. So
they go back to Omicron.
Didn't they found Lore in a drawer too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes, because the father, Noonian, disassembled him.
And its Data has gone back to his home, where the crew of the starship Tripoli, I want to say.
Yeah.
Find him.
Tripoli
and then
found
they go
him.
back. Yes, and they go back, and Riker says, "Oh, this is a really well-equipped lab, and it's got the lasery things." And they find a drawer with a Data in it, and the chief engineer is It's not Geordie at this point. It's the guy with the beard.
Argyle.
Argyle, Scottish name, but not a Scottish chief engineer. So like that nod back to the original series. And yeah, they put him back together. They reactivate him. Data tells Dr. Crusher about his on-off switch.
Okay, so we get Lore, who's created by Noonian and disassembled by Noonian once.
Yeah.
Then he gets found by the Enterprise crew and gets jettisoned out by Crusher, and Data. So he's dead again. Then
he's not dead. He's just floating in space.
Floating in space. Yep.
Not dead.
Then we see him in
Brothers.
In Brothers, that's when he got picked up by
Packlights. Must have been, yeah.
Yep.
And is that the beginning of Descent?
Yeah. So
next time we see him.
So so he left the planet where the brothers were called to, where Data and Lore were called to, after a bit of a struggle, and he just left. We didn't stop him that time, and that's when he discovered the group of Borg that have been disconnected from the collective.
From the Hugh episode.
Yes.
Right. So then we get him in Descent, and at the end of Descent, he is destroyed again or disassembled.
He was dismantled. He was dismantled at the end of Descent Part 2. Data fired upon and deactivated Lore at the end of Descent Part 2, and Lore's last words were, "I love you, brother."
Yes.
And then Lore was dismantled, and the emotion chip was removed and returned to Data. And then Data had the chip installed.
So that's 4 times Lore has been deactivated.
You think they've learned their lesson?
I know. And now we're seeing him again in Picard. Come on, people.
I blame Wesley.
Becoming a trope now.
Wesley should have just left him particleized in space.
Well, he didn't even particleize him. He just jettisoned him out.
No, he transported him out.
Yeah.
No,
and not put him back together.
Just beam him out and not reconstitute him. Okay, I think we've talked about some of the ancestors: Adam Soong, Arik Soong, and Alton Inigo Soong, his brother, which isn't an ancestor. I realise that. So we've done those guys. Can we talk about the saddest one?
Oh,
Lal.
Yes.
Lal.
Poor Lal. Data's attempt to create a family for himself out with the family that is the Enterprise D bridge crew. He creates an android, which chooses to be female. And does she choose her name? Or does he choose her name? I can't remember. So
I know she chooses her gender.
Yes, and her species.
Yeah.
But she was named Lal before she even chose, right?
Good question.
That's
I'm
a good
not
question.
entirely sure. But yeah, Data's skill in cybernetics isn't really up to the task.
Yeah, but why? Because if he has all of the knowledge from Noonian, who has created all of these, and does he meet Julianne Taynor after receiving the emotion chip in Brothers? Is that after? Or does Brothers come after Juliana Taynor? Because if it comes after, he should know how to create a Juliana Taynor android body.
I feel like Inheritance is like season 5.
No, Inheritance is season 7.
Oh yeah, so much later. Brothers is season 4.
Much later.
Brothers comes right after
Family
gets assimilated.
Yeah.
So then he doesn't really know. Okay. Then that answers that question for me.
So going back to Lal's name, Data named Lal before Lal chose what her final form would be, and it is the Hindi word that means beloved. So I guess that makes it a gender neutral name.
Do they mention that in Universe?
Yes.
I thought that does ring a bell.
Hmm.
But yeah, the saddest bit in Star Trek we see is the data. We don't actually see anything happening. The Admiral, who's on board ship at the time, comes out of the baby android creation lab, and he comments about how Data was working so frantically, and his like hands are all over the place trying to reconnect her positronic neurons, but they would fail quicker than he could fix them. So she didn't survive long, and she's dead. Okay, let's talk about Data's other daughters.
Oh,
Data's daughters?
Not really. Well,
The
so
descendants?
we've got Daj and Soji. Who are they to Data?
So I was going to put Daj and Soji. However, they belong to Bruce Maddox.
Bruce and Alton's creations.
Yes, but Maddox created Daj and Soji specifically when he was leaving the synths and was scared for his life.
mm-hmm.
So I really feel that those are specifically Maddox and not Soong. So, but I did think about it.
But Maddox and Soong worked together on the
Right.
creation of them, and the design of their features was based on Data's painting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there is some of Data.
Yeah.
There is a line to Data in there.
Yeah, so that kind of always confused me. Picard has the painting of the girl facing out to the sea in La Barre, and then he goes to his archive in San Francisco and sees the other side of the painting, which is the face of the girl, which is named Daughter. Yeah, so that's a painting that he did of Lal, I assume.
Is it?
Why is that relevant to the Daj Soji story? So, like, intrinsically linked at the beginning. And then you got the idea that Daj and Soji were created using fractal neuronic cloning. So they took, like, a neuron, one of Data's positronic neurons, is that right? And they created new Soong-type androids. So that's kind of like offspring, isn't it? When you take a set, like, it's like a clone almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Without being a...
You make a very strong argument, and I can see them as descendants. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, according to Memory Alpha, the painting daughter is actually a painting of Kore Soong,
Right.
the genetically created daughter of Adam Soong from the 21st century, who we hadn't met yet when we saw the painting.
Picard season 2.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
But how did Data know about Kore? Unless he's doing some family tree research, some genealogy.
Well, because if Adam was 21st, then of course he would know about Corey. So yeah, that works out.
So does Data know about Q and Picard and Seven and all that back in the 21st century?
He would have to.
Yeah, timelines.
Yep.
Timey-wimey stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would have to, because didn't they set it up so that nothing from the next generation had happened? Like, there might not even have been a Data in that timeline while Picard was back there.
Well, there wouldn't be a Data, but there are Soongs, obviously.
Anyway, I don't know. It doesn't have to make any sense. It's television.
Yeah, this is true. And let's maybe leave it at that. Are there any other Soong Dynasty people that we want to talk about? Give a quick mention to?
Well, quick mention, Dr. Ira Graves. To know him is to love him. And Data called him grandfather, so we will give him that honorary title.
Yes. And those who knew him, loved him. Those who didn't love him, loved him still.
Yeah.
And those people that were far away loved him even more. Yeah. Or something like that. Cool.
Yep.
It's a very complicated family, the Soongs.
This is a family tree that has different species in it. Like, it's pretty cool. Like you were saying, the android, then there's the different types of android, your Juliana Tainer, your golem type, and you have human, ancestors and descendants. Like, it is very complicated. What I'm most grateful for is to put and use it as a number line, use my number line as data is 0 with negatives and positives. That really has helped organize this whole conversation into my head. So thank you.
Into your head, about it's maybe confused it for the rest of us. Yeah. Data 0. Okay.
Joe, do you have any final thoughts?
I have thoughts. Yes. I love Data. Yeah, I love. He was my favorite character growing up as a teenager. Him and Geordie, really. Even though as an adult, I'm like finding Geordie increasingly creepy. But Data is the scientist for me, and if you're an android, you can live forever. So I love that idea. The whole dynasty thing. I think my favorite out of them all is Juliana Tainer. But apart from that, I don't have many strong feelings about them.
That's funny. You like the one Soong that's not played by Brent Spiner.
Oh yeah, that's true. Kevin?
Well, I think it really does show off Brent Spiner's acting ability. In fact, that he can make these characters also different, most of them. Like when you're looking at lore and when you're looking at data, they stand differently, they speak differently, they are different, even though they look identical. So that's a real skill that Mr. Spiner has, and I appreciate him for that. I love that. Basically, I think so many of these newer Soongs, Arik and Alton, were created so that Brent Spiner can still take part in current Star Trek. And I'm glad that they exist, even if I don't really care too much about what they're doing. I don't know. The fact that they all seem to be these sort of evil geniuses, at least they got something right with Data, right? And maybe Soji. So, and when they gave Picard a new body. So they have done some good things, but they really are all out for themselves. And so they're not the nicest people, but they did do some nice things for us in the Star Trek universe.
Incoming transmission.
We would love to hear what you thought of today's episode and hope you'll join our Facebook group, the BQN Collective, to continue our discussion there. You can also tweet your thoughts at Galaxy Class Pod, and we'd love to reach out to you. Or we would love for you to reach out to us. Or you can follow the network on Twitter and Instagram at BQN Podcasts.
Please hit the subscribe button on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a star rating and a written review. That really does help others to find the show. So, Kevin, where can people find you when you are transmitting your consciousness into another Kevin?
Well, you can find me here on the network on this show. You can find me in the BQN Collective on Facebook. You can hear me on most episodes of True North Nerds, the geek and nerdery podcast that I do with some local friends. And you might find me rocking around a Christmas tree for the next few weeks. So we'll see you there. Joe, where can people find you when you are not developing highly sensitive positronic networks?
You wouldn't be able to find me at all, would you? Because I just spend all my time making myself a positronic golem to transfer my failing human body. Although, Amy, you and I were talking during the week about just being kind of a computer-based consciousness and be able to transfer over into each other's VR. So, like on the weekend, if I wasn't up to much, I could just transfer over to your VR in Las Vegas and hang out for a bit. Yeah, go into the strip. You're muted, but that's fine. I can read your lips. That's okay. Cool.
Yes, and we can program your Jeeves to give us, the perfect martini.
Espresso martini. Did we do that in the morning? Like when we... Like if we're spending the entire day together in Las Vegas, and I arrive at like 9 a.m., does Jeeves just hand me an espresso martini?
Yep,
Is
that's
that
what
where
it's
we're
programmed
going?
to do.
Do you know what? Because we're not going to have hangovers, or if we do, we just delete that subroutine.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
totally fine. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. But when I'm not doing that, you can tweet me on the Twitter at JoeyJoe77UK. You can get me on the Facebook group as usual, and you can email me joepodcasts@gmail.com. And Amy, where can people find you when people are not able to detect that you're actually an android?
Oh. Well, when I am, yes,
Amy, get your violin out. Go play the violin.
dodging.
Go.
Yes. Well, let me show you my paintings. Come on now. I am real. If you cut me, do I not bleed?
Amy doesn't.
She just leaks.
It's just dust. Dust.
Well, listeners, you can find me here on the network where I'm co-hosting All Good Things and Union Federation. I am on Twitter at Miss Amy Nelson, but my favorite place on Facebook at the BQN Collective.
Priority 1 message from Starfleet coming in on secured channel.
If you'd like to help us keep all of our shows coming to you each week, you can become a patron of the network on Patreon. We're putting out more exclusive content for our patrons that you won't want to miss, like It's Green or Amy's Math Moments. Now, with a monthly subscription to Patreon of $5 or more, you can join our meetings of the Hive Mind on the second Saturday of each month. Watch our Patreon messages for details. Now, if you feel so inclined, please check out all the details at patreon.com/BQN. Now, a huge shout out to our very own associate producers, Jim McMahon, who does our fantastic Trivias with Jim episodes, and Davey Willett. We are very grateful for your support.
At this time, we would like to highlight some of the shows dropping here on BQN. They are All Good Things, History with the Szilagys, Infinite Diversity, Mickey's Marvels, Union Federation, and What's the Tea, Bev. A special thanks goes out to Mark White for our artwork each and every week, and to Joe Keegan for our beautiful show music.
Thank you for beaming aboard the Galaxy class, and until next time.
You'd be surprised, Data. Feelings do funny things. You may even learn to understand your evil brother.
Great joy and gratitude.
I want to live, however briefly, knowing that my life is finite.